Nowadays, if we notice, there is one issue that often occurs in our environment, especially in our residential area, there is improper waste management. Did you know that the developing Asia counts as the fastest and largest waste generator globally? What is waste? Waste are the materials that are not needed and are not usable economically with further processing. It may be in the form of solid, liquid, and gas. They originate from the human activities such as agriculture, industry, domestic activities, and others. Solid waste is one of the three major environmental problems in the country. Malaysia is reportedly generating an immense amount of municipal solid waste, around 33,000 tons per day, which is equivalent to 1.17 kg per person per day. This waste can lead to air, water, soil, or solid waste pollution if remain untreated. Solid waste are categorized as municipal waste, industrial waste, and hazardous waste. Municipal waste arise from domestic activities of human beings, while industrial waste arise from industrial activities, and hazardous waste are the substances which cause hazard to plants, animals, and human beings. Few of the common hazardous waste is radioactive substance, chemical, biological waste, flammable waste, and explosive. All of this can lead to solid waste pollution. One of the causes of solid waste pollution is overpopulation. Overpopulation is a great factor which influences the rise in pollution. Next cause is urbanization. Solid waste is an urban problem where people have the habit of using a variety of commodities and discarding them afterwards. Another cause of solid waste pollution is affluence. In an affluent society, the per capita consumption is very high, and people discard many items regularly, which increase solid waste to large extents. Lastly, technology also one of the causes of solid waste pollution. It has changed the culture of using things. It is distinctly apparent in packaged industry for most economic goods. There is a shift in technology from the returnable packaging to non-returnable packaging. For example, the returnable glass container or bottles are being replaced by non-returnable cans, plastic containers, plastic bottles, etc. Same packaging materials like those made from plastic and non-biodegradable, they are largely responsible for causing solid waste pollution. Effect of solid waste pollution. Solid waste can pollute air, water, and soil, and leave various environmental impacts and cause health hazards due to improper handling and transportation. These adverse effects are seen on health and environment. Environmental impact come from scavengers and stray animals invade the roadside garbage and litter the waste over large areas, causing mass aesthetic damage to the atmosphere. And waste products, when burned like plastic and rubber, pollute the atmosphere with noxious fumes. Lastly, organic solid waste emit obnoxious odor on their decomposition and make the environment pollute. Next, health hazards may come from various issues, such as water and food contamination through flies causes various diseases in humans as dysentery and diarrhea. Second, rats dealing with infectious solid waste may spread diseases like plague and endemic typhus. Another is water supply. If get contaminated with pathogen present in solid waste may result in cholera and hepatitis. Lastly, choking of drain and gully pits by the solid waste result in waterlogging which facilitates breeding of mosquitoes and result in the spread of diseases like malaria and plague. There are two methods that we can use to control this solid waste pollution. either by use engineering method or non-engineering method. First, for engineering method, we can use disposal through incineration or composting. For incineration, it is the process of burning municipal solid waste in a properly designed furnace under suitable temperature and operating conditions. It reduces the municipal solid waste by about 90% and 70% by weight. Next, for composting. Bacterial decomposition of organic components of the municipal waste result in the formation of humus or compost, and the process is known as composting. It helps in disposal of solid waste, disposal of nice soil, and production of valuable manure for crops. It also termed as biodegradation. Another engineering method that we can use is recycling. It means reusing some components of the waste that may have some economic value. Recycling conserves resources, reduce the energy used to remanufacture, and reduce pollution. Next engineering method is source recovery or pyrolysis. It is a kind of destructive distillation in which the solid wastes are heated in pyrolysis reactor at 650 to 1000 degrees centigrade in oxygen-depleted environment. By this process, the chemical constituents and chemical energy of some organic waste are recovered. The organic constituents split up into gaseous, liquid, and gaseous fraction like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, tar, and methane. Last engineering method we can use is source reduction. It is one of the fundamental ways to reduce waste. This can be done by using less material when making a product, reusing products, designing products, packaging to reduce their quantity. Individually, one can reduce the use of unnecessary items which cause solid waste. For non-engineering method, we can use waste segregation method. Waste segregation makes waste much easier to recycle. Effective segregation of waste means that less waste goes to landfill, which makes it cheaper and better for people and the environment. It is also important to segregate for public health. In particular, hazardous waste can cause long-term health problems, so it is very important that they are disposed of correctly and not mixed in with the normal waste. Next, for non-engineering method, we can practice for not use the plastic bags. Plastic bags can pollute our land and water because they are so lightweight. Plastic bags can travel long distance by wind and water. They litter our landscapes, get caught in the fences and trees, float around in the waterways, and can eventually make their way into the world ocean. Lastly, for non-engineering method, the most important thing that we can do to avoid solid waste pollution is by throw our waste in its right place, because this is the reason of pollution. In a nutshell, it is the immense needs of present time to get rid from solid waste pollution. It can be controlled effectively through solid waste management. As it is a difficult task, its main objectives are to reduce the harmful effects and find ways for their utilization. Solid waste pollution is caused mainly through urbanization and through industrial waste. It causes various diseases in humans. Hence, management of solid waste is very essential. It helps in reducing solid waste pollution and creates pollution-free and clean environment. These are consistent with the Sustainable Development Goals number 12, which are until 2020. Its goals are to reach the adequate environmental management of the chemical products and all of the waste along all their life cycle, according to the accorded international rules, and reduce significantly the liberation of this to the air, water, and soil, in order to minimizing their negative impacts on the human health and the environment. Another goal is until 2030, reduce substantially the waste generation through prevention, reduction, recycling, and reuse. It is becoming more and more evident that the adoption of production standards and sustainable consumerism and adequate management of solid waste can significantly reduce the impacts to the environment and to the health.